This is Moreland Engineering, and today we're going to make a little more progress on our 350Z aero model for Grassroots Motorsports. For those just joining us, Moreland Engineering is a race car engineering firm. We focus in vehicle dynamics and aero development. Currently, the bulk of our work is in turning existing cars into CFD models that we can run in our virtual wind tunnel. Sometimes the output of that is custom components or component selection for shelf parts. And other times it's to develop a custom aero manual for trackside use. We can cover that in another video. So let's get started. Previously we started by tuning in a hood, roof, windscreen, and rear deck. Once the top side was done, we added in bumpers, front and rear, and then started work on the sides. In our previous video, we started tying together the front end, and now we're going to work on the trailing side of the front fender. So, this is a little more difficult because we have a triangle. More importantly, none of the corners of the triangle are consistent. These surfaces just don't match. So, the simplest thing we could do, draw a line from corner to corner. Trim the sheet. But that still doesn't fix the alignment issue. So let's get rid of that. Next, put a plane here. Trim our sheet. Now we have a four-sided surface. Let's go ahead and get a bridge curve up here. But there are some problems with this. It works, but as soon as we try and make it tangent, it doesn't like it. Because this corner does not agree. In other words, this curve does not leave that corner tangent to this surface. So that's just not going to work. Now, the result of that is we end up with a crease in the surface. Even if we get rid of all these lines, we can see that that surface just doesn't quite jive with its partner. So how do we fix that? Well, actually not that hard. Let's trim the sheet a little further. And now we've got this floating corner here. And that floating corner is something we can work with. Let's hide this so it doesn't get in our way. Might have to go down to G1 on that to make it happy. That's okay. Now let's try this again. We're going to replace this guide with that one. And now we can have tangency over it. Oh. Sorry, that needs to be G1 on both ends. Now we have tangency on both ends. A little aggressive on the curve. Let's tune that up a little. Let's bring back our STL so we can trace a little more. For the most part, we can just eyeball this. Yeah, not bad, not bad. And now we end up with a nice little rectangle that we can patch in pretty easily. Oh, I know why that doesn't look right. We trim the sheet normal to face. If we trim it along Y, that'll put it on a better plane. So we'll patch this in, and if we're lucky, we should be able to get tangency all the way around. Well, we're not going to get any tangency, are we? Well, we get tangency there anyway. Oh, that's why. I selected the wrong side. There we go. There, now we get tangency on 3 sides, and we have a hard surface on the other anyway. How does it match? Good enough. Now, this is a fairly sharp highlight line that we're trying to blend out into a large surface. In reality, this starts to grow, and so we should probably lengthen this little patch or spread it out. But again, for now, we're getting pretty close. Now we have an entire front fender. And if we hide everything, all our construction, see what we're working with. Let's turn the front bumper back on. We should be able to blend that in pretty easily. But again, we've got to get our headlight carved out first. It's starting to look a little bit like a car. And in the next video, we'll carry on with the back. Much the same as the front, just a little bit of different constraints. Mostly we're going to be trying to work it into the bumper directly because that's such a broad radius there, and that radius flows into the roof. See you next time.